Welcome back to the Washington Nationals MLB 26 franchise. We are sitting here in the middle of May, 27-20, in first place in the National League East. But I want to go back and show you, we had that hot start where we won all 7 games in March, and then we went through this spot right here. We were 16-3 to start the season, on top of the world, and then we got swept by the Cubs, lost 2 out of 3 to Milwaukee, and ever since that point, we are 11-17. And our offense has been sporadic. Our pitching has been sporadic. And they just happen to be at the same time. Sometimes we have good pitching like this game, lose. Sometimes we don't have good hitting or pitching like this game and we lose. Or like this game or this game. So it has been a mess. And I was planning on sending Andrew Alvarez down because his ERA is up over 6. But I went and looked at his stats. And he's really only had 1 bad start in his last 5. So I'm going to give him a second chance. And I'm probably going to hop in and play this game here, sim these two, and play this game and pitch with him, see if I can get him on a roll, get him out of his cold streak. And we have a bunch of division games here to start the month. They're all very important because we can pull away from everybody, or we can have the entire division come crawling back to us in a space of 2 weeks. And then we have a bunch of games against non-division opponents out here. I think the only one in this month is Miami, right? Yep, Miami. Only games that we have in division in the month of June, and we'll take it all the way up probably to here, so I get to my last week of scouting. We can see what is available in the draft. So this episode, we're going to have some gameplay early on. We're going to have some player locks. We're going to have some critical situations. I'm going to go down to the minors and look at some of our guys down there one more time and see if we can get this ship righted, get back on a winning streak, and get this team going, because I think they are a definite playoff team. So without further ado, let's hop in and get started on this episode. And real quickly, I want to show you we made some changes to the lineup. Move CJ back to 1, Garcia 2, Wood, Pasquantino up to 3-4, dropping McVay's down to hitting 224. So I'm going to take him out of the leadoff spot, see if he can get going. Push Castro up, and I'm going to give Jacob Young some days off, let Robert Hassel play some center field, especially against right-handed pitching, because Young has only 1 home run on the season, and he's hitting 190. So see if we can get these 2 guys going, get something going as far as that goes. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do. And I know said we're going to pitch with Andrew Alvarez in this game, but we're going to player lock on James Wood right here, try and get him going, because he's not hitting nearly as many home runs as he needs to be for this team to win. So let's hop in, bat with him this game, and then we'll get to this start for Alvarez. Here we are back home, Nationals Park, hoping a little home cooking will solve the problems with this team. And on the mound for us, Brad Lord. ERA's been shooting up lately. He's had a couple of really rough starts, so hopefully we can get him straightened out as well today. And we'll pick it up here in the bottom of the first. Phillies went down 1-2-3 in the top half. We'll bring in James Wood. Abrams got on to lead off the game for us and was caught stealing, so now we have nobody on and 2 out. See his numbers there. Count even at 2. Pitch from Painter. And it's ripped over third, and it's going to get down for a base hit, so we got a 2 out hit. Maybe we can get a 2 out rally with Vinny coming up next. And Vinny does come through with a triple of all things. It's 1-0 Nationals. And a double by Cruz makes it 2-0. And a single by McVay. We have men at the corners. 2 outs. Castro walks. Bases loaded for Hassel. He triples. My goodness. I changed this lineup, and all of a sudden they're going nuts. 5 runs in the first inning. Harry Ford now facing Jonathan Bolin. He walks. We have men at the corners and 2 out. Abrams. All of this with 2 out. And he flies out to end the inning. 5 runs on 6 hits. A couple of walks. My goodness. We pick it up here in the bottom of the second inning. Nobody on, 1 out. Phillies went down 1-2-3 again in their half. Bolin's first pitch is outside. That little looper over third got that big rally going. If we can get another one going here in the bottom half of the second. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a pop foul. Jammed me on that up and in pitch. And that'll be the second out of the inning. And we're back up again here in the bottom of the fourth. Garcia's on first after a single. Abrams led off the inning with an out. New pitcher Jorge Alcala in. Drops that curveball for strike 1. See Wood 1 for 2 with a single. Phillies finally got their first hit of the game this past top of the 4th inning. So had a no-hitter going. Perfect game going. Still Bryce Harper got the single. We don't want to see James Wood third on the team in home runs, so we need to do some work. Down and count 0-2. Here's a pitch. He rips that. Oh, we missed it. Got the sound turned down. Couldn't tell if that was a foul ball or not. Tom McVeigh with a double, but Cruz is out at the plate. Cruz walked and stole second. How he's out on a double from second base, I don't know. That'll bring in Castro. He singles, so we do get a run. 6-0. James Wood back up, man on first. One out here in the sixth, facing Tanner Banks, the lefty. There's a one-hopper, two-hopper to second. Get one there, throw to first, and a 4-6-3 double play ends our half of the sixth. We're still up big, 6-0 as we go to the seventh inning. And 6-0 would be the final as Brad Lord throws the best game of the season for any of our starting pitchers. A one-hit shutout. Goes to 3-3. Painter drops to 2-6 as we win the first game of this big homestand. Maybe we got everything righted here with the shakeup of the batting order and just coming back home. Check the box score. One hit by Harper in the fourth. Their only hit. That was the only thing that kept Lord from throwing a perfect game. Well, I'll take that back. Chapman got hit by a pitch as well. So hit by pitch and a walk is their only runners, base runners of the game. Painter gives up 5 runs in less than an inning. Our side, Garcia 2 hits, Pasquantino 2 hits, McVeigh 3 hits, 2 runs scored. Hassel drives in 3. We had 2 doubles, 2 triples, 2 steals. And there you go, Brad Lord, 9 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 8 Ks. That is a type of game we definitely needed after that last road trip. In game 2 of the series against Phillies, we dropped 7-1. Check this box score. Bryce Harper, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Bunch of guys with 2 hits. Harper with a home run. McFarland, don't know much about him. Must be a computer rookie guy. 7 innings, 3 hits, only 1 walk, 1 run. Good start for him. Our side, we only had 3 hits and 2 walks. Double and a triple, that's about it. Sasaki pitched well, but Jacob Webb and Cole Henry did not. So our bullpen let us down. Now I'm going to hop down here to AAA, where Jeff Ullman's going to make his AAA debut on the mound facing the Syracuse Mets. So let's hop in and just pitch with him, and I'll show you the final score once he's out of the game. Here we are in New York for Syracuse against Rochester. 2 New York teams taking each other on here in AAA. Get Jeff Ullman's debut. There's the tall right-hander. His 4-pitch mix again. Absolutely dominated Double-A, which is what I thought he would do. Now let's see if he can do the same thing at AAA. Might be an option for us next year in the rotation if he does. And first batter is Ben Rortvedt, and he hits a long home run to right on the first pitch that Ullman throws in AAA. So, yeah, they're a little bit better at that level. Can't leave the pitch right over the middle of the plate. 1 pitch, 1 run. That'll bring in Will Wagner. We can put this in a better spot. There we go. Strike 1. Wagner's numbers on the season. Count even at 2. Here's Ullman's pitch. It's gone on ball. Second base. Scoop there. Throw to first, and that's his first out. High throw. That'll bring in the big, strong Lucan Baker. Takes a strike right down the middle. Former Cardinal player. See his numbers on the season. Baker down on a count 1-2. Ullman looking to get his first punch out. And there he goes. Strike 3. Took it right down the middle. His first AAA K. That'll bring in Ryan Ward. You guys should be familiar with him from my Angels and White Sox draft only franchise. Hot shot to third. Throw to first. And he is safe. From a base hit. At least he kept it from being an extra base hit. That'll bring in JT Schwartz. Strike right down the middle to him. There's Schwartz's numbers. Schwartz down an account 0-2. There's a pitch. Ripped high down the left field line towards the corner. And it is foul. Count 1-2 on Schwartz. Here's a pitch. It's a high fly ball into shallow left. And the left fielder race in. And he's going to have it. So we get out of the inning. Allow 2 hits, 1 run on the leadoff home run. See the replay there. Can't put that pitch there. It's 1-0 Syracuse. And still 1-0 here, top of the second inning. Ronnie Simon leading things off. Tries to bunt, and that's a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Simon. Ground ball to short. Eli's got that. Throw to first, and there we go. 1 out. Or he jelks up. Remember him from the past with the Angels franchise. He has some power. Strike one there on the outside corner. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's a smash into center field, and that's going to be a base hit. So third hit he's allowed so far. I'll bring in Mason McCoy, see his numbers on the year. Ullman looking to get a double play. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a ground ball. Second base got it. Throw to second one. Relay to first. And not in time, so we just get the lead runner. We'll bring in Nathan Church. Strike one to him. Former Cardinal farmhand. And count even at 2. Here's the pitch to Church. And that's a high fly ball in the shallow center field. That will be the third out. We pitch around the 1 single. There we go. We're down 1-0 going to the bottom of the second. In our bottom half of the second inning, we got a double by Franklin, a single by Pinckney, a home run by Nunez, and another home run by Loma Vida. So he put up a 5 spot in the bottom half of the inning. Leading things off be Ben Rortvedt. We're going to challenge him again with that high fastball. He can't do it 2 times in a row. There we go. Strike one. Rortvedt down in the count 0-2. Looking to punch him out. Here it comes. And there's a high fly ball just in the outfield grass. Willett's shortstop will be under that and have that for the first out. I'll bring in Will Wagner. Down in count 0-1. Here's the pitch. Strike 2 right there at the knees. Looking for the punch out. Here's the pitch from Ullman. And grounded foul. Wagner down in count 0-2. Here's a pitch. And ripped into right field. Hung that curveball, but it's right at the right fielder. That's the second out of the inning. That'll bring in Lucan Baker. Nobody on. 2 out. Which is low. Baker struck out his first time. Count even at 1. Here's Ullman's pitch. Ripped into right field, down the line, running over towards the corner, and it is fair ball and off the wall, over the wall for a ground rule double. That'll bring in Ryan Ward, and on second and 2 out. Strike one right down the middle. Got that infield single last time up. Ward's fouled off 3 straight pitches, making Ullman work, try and get out of this inning. Here's the 12-6, and it's a ground ball to first, and there we go, out of the inning. We're still up 5-1 after 2.5. We got another solo home run in the bottom of the third inning, so we're up 6-1 now, top of 4. JT Schwartz leading things off. It's strike one right there at the letters. And you'll look at Ullman, see his numbers there. He's got to work on his hits per 9 against lefties, strikeouts per 9 against lefties, and get that clutch up. But good control, good stamina. He should sim well for us, at least at the major league level, but he's got work to go. We got to get him up in the 60s on all those per 9s before we get him up to the major leagues. Schwartz down in the count 1-2. Here's Ullman's pitch, and it's a high fly ball in the center field, racing over, and we're going to have that for the first out. My bad, can't count. That'll bring in Ronnie Simon. First pitch to him is in for a strike. I mean, grounded out his first time. Former Tampa Bay Ray. Here's the 0-1 pitch to him. That's going to be a ground ball past pitcher in the center field for a base hit. We'll have 1 on and 1 out here in the 4th. That'll bring in Corey Julks. First pitch to him is a high slider for a strike. Julks got a hit in his first time up. Julks down at count 0-2, looking for a strikeout or a double play. There's a ground ball. Second base, we're not going to get 2. We'll just take the 1 at first. That'll make it 2 outs and a man on second. In steps Mason McCoy. First pitch to him. It's ripped into right field, right at the right fielder, and there we go. Out of the inning. Still up 6-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. All right, top of 5. Nathan Church leading things off. Swings through that fastball for strike 1. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Ullman. It's going to be a ground ball to first base. Step on the bag. 1 quick out. 2 pitches. 1 out. That'll bring in Rortvedt. Homered for the only run of this game for Syracuse. Takes a strike at the knees. Rortvedt down in count 0-2. Ullman looking for the K. Here's the pitch. Tapper to short. Willits charges. Throws the first, and we easily get him second out right there. I'll bring in Will Wagner. Nobody on, 2 out. Rips that foul down the left field line. Wagner down an account, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Ripped, and that's a line drive base hit to left field, so Syracuse has a man on with 2 out. Curveball is not quite Major League ready yet. Luke Baker steps in, 1 on, 2 out. First pitch is low for a ball. Baker ahead in the count, 2-1. Here's the pitch. The high fly ball in the right center field. And we're going to settle under it and have that and get out of the inning. So 5 innings for Ullman, 1 run on 6 hits. Good start for him so far. And Franklin, our center fielder, a 2-run shot, makes it 8-1 Rochester. Probably the last inning for Ullman. Pitch number 71, facing Ryan Ward, the leadoff batter. Strike right at the knees. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And it's a line drive in the center field, and that'll be caught for the first out. Bring in JT Schwartz. First pitch to him. Strike at the letters. He's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Schwartz down in count 1-2. Here's Ullman's pitch. Ground ball to first base. He'll take it to the bag, and there's 2 down. I'll bring in Ronnie Simon. 1 for 2 with a single. Nobody on and 2 out here in the 6th. Simon down in count 1-2. Pitch from Ullman, and it's a high fly ball into left field. And we're going to have that, and that'll be the 3rd out. So he's through 6 innings, pitching a great debut, 1 run on 6 hits. And Ullman is out of the game now, so we'll finish off this game and look at the box score. And the Red Wings win in a laugher, 9-1. Ullman, his first win at the AAA level. Jack Weniger loses and goes to 3-2 as we win the first game of this series. Check the box score. They got 7 hits, 3 walks, only 1 run. That was the home run on the first pitch of the game. Our side, Norman Bernabel, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs, 2 hits for Willits, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs for Franklin. We walked twice, had 11 hits, home runs by Wilkin, Lomavita, Nunez, Bernabel, and Franklin. Just a ton of home runs. Ullman, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, no walks, only 1 strikeout. A little disappointed we couldn't get more Ks, but hey, I'll take the win and the bounce back from the first pitch of the game. And yeah, nice debut for Jeff Ullman at AAA. Now we get to hop in and pitch with Andrew Alvarez. We will sim the batting, and I'm not even sure I'll show you unless something spectacular happens. But we're trying to get our 3rd well-pitched game of this episode. Don't think we can match Brad Lord's 1-hitter, but we'll try and get Andrew Alvarez straightened out as he faces Christopher Sanchez. And after splitting the first 2 games, looking to take game 3s, you see our records are almost mirror images of each other. Alvarez, definite focus of this episode is we're wearing throwback Expos uniforms. Phillies are wearing throwbacks to their 70s as well. Here's his last 7 starts. Really not good, but most of that comes in 1 start. The other ones, he only gave up 2 or 3 runs, so hopefully we can make that last start his worst one over the next 2 weeks. Here's his full season numbers. Not good at all. Got to get him straightened out. Don't have anybody in the minors that's ready to come up and replace him right now. And before we get started, I want to show you this. Look at this Phillies lineup. Arise at 3rd, Rengifo at 2nd, Danny Jansen catching, Riccone's in right. This team is nowhere near what it was even last year when it won the division. On our side, we're going to have Tom McVeigh play left, James Wood play right, Cruz needs a day off, and also Harry Ford needs a day off, so Drew Millis will come in and catch. There you get a good look at both teams' throwback uniforms to the late 70s, early 80s. First pitch to Arise is just off the plate. Wish the Phillies would go back to those uniforms. And the 1-1 pitch from Alvarez. Ground ball second base. Garcia's got it. Casual throw to first, and there's 1 down. There we go. Good start. Again, look at their lineup and their averages. They have no lefties on the bench. Real Muto must be getting the day off. Okay, that's why the lineup looks so weird. Real Muto, Chapman, and Kemp all get the day off. I was going to say. That'll bring in Bryce Harper working on a hitting streak. I'm not sure if it's 11 or 12 games. First pitch is low to him. 16 games, my bad. So having a good season. Got to keep him in the ballpark. Always difficult. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that's ripped into right center field, and that is going to get down and go all the way to the wall. Wood gets the ball back in, and Harper will be in with a one-out double. Gets that streak extended to 17. That'll bring in Kyle Schwarber. Another dangerous hitter. There's a tapper back up the middle, and that's going to get through. Harper's going to go. Here's the throw to the plate, and it's offline, and the Phillies up 1-0 early here on a double and a single by Harper and Schwarber. Now bring in Trey Turner. It's a strike one there. See his numbers on the season. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's a foul ball behind the plate. Millis is going to have room. No. And why wasn't he? I was pushing it, and he wouldn't go up to the screen. All right, 0-2 pitch now. Fouled off. And the 0-2 pitch to Turner. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out. There we go. Second out of the inning. Gets rid of another dangerous hitter. Now bring in Justin Crawford. 1 on, 2 out. Strike one at the knees. His numbers on the season. Need to go in and fix some of these numbers on these guys. Crawford down in the count. 1-2. Looking for the K. And did he go? Ring him up. Ring him up. Yes, there we go. Second strikeout in the inning. But the Phillies do get 1 run on the double and the single. And here's Christopher Sanchez's numbers on the season. A little bit worse than what we're used to from him. And we would go 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the first. So Rengifo is going to lead things off for the Phillies here in the second. Takes that first pitch low. Good season for him so far. And the 1-0 pitch. A shot over third, down left field into the corner. McVay over to get it. So he's going for 2. See if we can gun him out. We don't have the strongest arm. Better throw would have got him. The Rengifo, the leadoff double. That'll bring in Austin Hayes. Strike one at the knees. There's his numbers on the season. Hayes down in the count 1-2. And the pitch. High fly ball in the center field. Young races over. He's got that. Runner's going to third. Here's the throw. And it's offline. Plenty of time, but it just wasn't on line. Now we have a man on third with 1 out. Danny Jansen at the plate. High fly ball in the shallow center field. Here's Young. Here's the tag. Here's the throw. Again, offline. And he gets him on the tag this time. Thank God he was slow runner. And Alvarez gets out of the inning without allowing a run. We're down 1-0. Go to the bottom of the second. And we would not score in the bottom half, so we go to the third. 1-0 Phillies. First batter, Rincones Jr. Remember him from my White Sox draft-only franchise. And the 2-1 pitch from Alvarez. Ground ball and past Garcia. Does not have good range to his right at all. And we have the leadoff man on again as we go back to the top of the order. Rise will step in. He grounded out his first time. Alvarez down the count 1-2 after a pair of foul balls. Here's a ground ball, and that's going to get through again. Man, Young just doesn't have the range, even at second base, to get to anything. Now the first 2 men reach for Bryce Harper. Doubled his first time. And catches a high strike zone there for strike 1. 5 for 10 in the series. And the 1-2 pitch. Happer to second base. Is it going to be slow enough? And yeah, we're only going to get 1. Too slow. Not only was it hit slow, but Garcia was slow getting rid of the ball. So now we have men at the corners with 1 out. I'll bring in Schwarber. Need a strikeout or a pop out here. Schwarber runs the count full. Looking for the strikeout or pop out right now. Here's the pitch. Oh, he just missed. Now the bases are loaded. That'll bring in Trey Turner, very dangerous hitter. Got to get this ball on the ground. First pitch to him is low. See, he struck out his first time. Alvarez works it all the way back full. It was 3-0. Trey Turner's just fouled off 2 pitches in a row. Cannot walk this guy. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball in the right center field. Wood chasing over, and he's going to have that. Man on third's going to tag, and he's going to score easily. And it's now 2-0 Philadelphia. At least I kept the ball in the ballpark. That'll bring in Justin Crawford, first and second. 2 out. Tapper foul for strike 1. See, Crawford struck out his first time, having a rough series. Having a rough time locating pitches with Alvarez right now. There's a ground ball to short. Abrams got it and takes too long to get rid of it, and we're going to have bases loaded again. And we're going to have a mound visit here. He's already burned up half his energy. His confidence is down. 50 pitches. We're in the third inning. All right, Rengifo. See if we can get out of this inning, only allowing one run. And first pitch in the dirt. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball through the middle again. Can't get anybody out. Run in. Here's the throw, and it is in time to get Schwarber. So we get him at the plate, but another run scores on the play, and we're down 3-0. So giving up a single run in each of the first 3 innings. And we got a couple of guys on double play, wiped out the rally. So go to the 4th inning, down 3-0. Offense struggling. My pitching is struggling with Alvarez. I'm sorry, I keep wanting to call him Andrew Abbott. Here's a high fly ball in the center field, and that will be caught for the first out. First time we don't allow a leadoff base runner. I take that back, or ice grounded out to start the game. So, bring in Danny Jansen. Nobody on and 1 out. Feels like we've had 2 or 3 runners on base every single inning. There's a high foul ball down the left field line. Jansen down in count 0-2. Here's the pitch. And the tapper back to the mound. We get it this time. Turn in throw, and there's 2 down. Might be the first time we've got the first 2 guys out in an inning. Could be wrong. Still feeling under the weather, so my short-term memory is a little bit lacking today. Strike 1 there to Rincones. Singled his first time. Rincones down in count 0-2. He's fouled off 3 pitches in a row. Here's the pitch. Takes strike 3, finally. These guys are a foul ball producing machine at the plate. And we don't give up any hits or runs. It's still 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. And we would not get any runs in that bottom half. Reached on an error and a double play, so we're having tough luck on the offensive side. Arias comes in. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Alvarez. And that's a high fly ball in the right field. Wood racing over, and he's got it. Always an adventure playing defense in this game. That'll bring in Bryce Harper. 1 for 2 in the day, 5 for 11 in the series. Nobody on and 1 out. Pitch is a ground ball to first base. Pasquantino's got it. Turns and throws to Alvarez for the 2nd out. That'll bring in Schwarber. Nobody on, 2 out. First pitch to him is right down the middle for a strike. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Schwarber's down a count quickly, 0-2. Alvarez trying to get on a roll, and strike 3 with the slider on the outside corner. So back-to-back innings, 1, 2, 3. Maybe we've turned the corner, but we've thrown a lot of pitches already, down 3-0 after 4.5. And another 1, 2, 3 inning for Christopher Sanchez on the mound as we're struggling on offense today. Trey Turner leading things off here in the 6th. There's a high fly ball into left center field. McVeigh on the run, and he will have it for the first out. They changed defense this year. I had no idea where Young was. I had to switch to McVeigh. That'll bring in Crawford. Nobody on, 1 out. First pitch to him is low. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Count even at 1. Here's the pitch from Alvarez. There's a shot to right, and that one's gone. How did he hit that pitch out? That was up and in fastball. How did he turn on that pitch? I don't understand how these guys get some of their home runs in this game. Hopefully it'll show me a replay here as soon as he crosses home plate. I want to see where that location was because that was up and in. And he is not a home run hitter. Missed location, but I don't think I missed it that much. All right, that'll bring in Rengifo. Phillies up 4-0. Not the start I was hoping for. Strike 1 there on the slider. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And there's a shot into the right center field. He's going to be 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and a single. Unless we can gun him out at second base. Here comes the throw, and it's offline, of course. That'll bring in Austin Hayes. Hitless in this series. All right, got a full count. Man on second and 1 out. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to first. Pasquantino's got it. He'll race to the bag, and that's his 2nd out of the inning. That'll bring in Danny Jansen. His last batter for Alvarez. There's a ground ball foul past third. Danny Jansen's a foul ball machine. He's fouled off 4 straight pitches. I'm throwing this pitch high on purpose. I don't want to give him a chance to swing. There we go. Let's reset this at bat. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Strike 3, finally. God, I hate this guy. He fouls everything off. And we're going to the bottom of the 6th, still trailing 4-0. James Wood finally gets us on the board. Abrams singled, stole second, went to third on a single, scores on Wood's single. Pasquantino flies out. Castro flies out, but we finally get on the board, and now we have a pitching change as Alvarez is almost out of energy. Not the start I was looking to make with him, but got to do what you got to do. And we're going to go to Lucchese. We get some guys on and tying runs at the plate. I will hop in James Wood. See if, well, Sanchez is only halfway through on his energy, so he's going to stay in this game. Nope, they make me a liar as Duran's going to come in. James Wood. Solo shot makes it a 2-run game. Come on, Vinny, get on base. He strikes out. Castro doubles. I'm going to hop in here with McVeigh now. He's the tying run with 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. All right. It's 0 for 3 on the day. Hasn't been simming well lately at all. First pitch in for a strike. His numbers on the season, 13 steals, but you got to get that average up. Hopefully he'll hang something because he got a lot of his red at the top of the strike zone. And we got to swing at the pitch low and foul this ball off. Get out of play. Go. McVeigh down on the count, 0-2. Got to protect now. Here's the pitch. And inside out, excuse me, swing. And that's going to be an infield hit. And we're going to have men at the corners. A weird play all around. Now bring in Chaparro, and we're going to the bench. He's coming out, and we're going to go with attack against righties. Who's got the best clutch? Looks like it's Kiner Falefa. He's got 83 contact against righties and 80 clutch, so he's going to pinch hit for Chaparro. Yeah, I'm not going to try and steal over at first base. Stay away from the double play. First pitch is hits him. Wow. All right, so they took care of our clutch guy by loading the bases with 1 out. Now a base hit will definitely tie this game. Plenty of speed on the bases at second and third. I'll bring in Luis Garcia, 1 for 3 with a single today, having a good season. At 92 clutch. Base hit, definitely tie this game up. Here's the pitch inside. Timeout. We're going to go put a different player on first base. He's got the best speed. Looks like Cruz. And yeah, he's going to pinch run. We hit one to the gap. I want him to come all the way around and try and win this game. All right, bases loaded. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Down 2. Struggling offensively all day. Duran trying to finish it off. Garcia, 101 on the hands. Fouls that off. Now we got a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Outside. Bases are loaded. Full count. He wouldn't walk the run in, would he? Here's the pitch. Oh, I chased the splitter off the plate and struck out on ball 4. That'll bring in Drew Millis, catcher. Bases are loaded. 2 out. Base hit ties it. And I'm too anxious as we're way out in front of that 12-6 curve. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Filling in for Harry Ford, giving him a day off. Bases loaded, 2 out. Single will tie this game. This is the splitter. Now we're down in the count. 1-2. Give me something up I can drive. Here's the pitch. Low. Oh, strike 3 at the knees. I can't challenge either, and that's the ball game. Valiant effort at the end, but we come up short. Great start by Sanchez. And the Phillies win Game 3, 4-2. Sanchez dominated us. Alvarez had his struggles. Duran made it interesting in the 9th inning. Now we need to win Game 4 to split this series with Philadelphia. Check the box score. 2 hits for Harper, 2 hits for Crawford, 3 for Rengifo. Home run by Crawford. Still don't know how he hit that out. Sanchez, great start. Duran was an adventure in the 9th. Our side, 2 hits for Wood. We had 8 hits, no walks, just couldn't get them together. Wood with a solo shot in the 9th. Alvarez struggled, 9 hits. I really had trouble locating his pitches. Bullpen did a great job, though, but wasn't enough as we lose. All right, Game 4. Shane McClanahan, Jesus Luzardo, and you get that 6-1 win. There we go. Split the series. Only allow 4 hits, 1 home run in the game. Pounded Luzardo and Currit. Look at all those guys with 2 hits. Abrams, Young, Wood, Chaparro. Home runs again by Wood and Chaparro. McClanahan, 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 1 run allowed, 7 Ks. That's more like it. The bullpen does a great job. Now we go to game 1 against Atlanta. Cade Horton and Spencer Strider. We lose 6-2. Gave up 3 home runs in that game. Got 8 hits and 4 walks. Just couldn't hold these guys down. Yeah, it was a good start by Horton, and the bullpen fell apart. And we go to game 2. Brad Lord coming off that 1-hit shutout against Grant Holmes. And we get pounded 9-2. Not a good start to this series. 3 more home runs allowed. Holmes, 5 shutout innings. Our side, Wood with his 3rd home run in 3 games. Pasquantino hits a home run. Lord pitched okay, not great. Again, the bullpen just could not do anything. And this Discovery second baseman, Buck Malanka, looks like he's going to be a high B or a low A, somewhere in the low to mid 60s at 21 years old. Only plays second base. Doesn't have the greatest fielding. Good speed, good discipline, clutch. Can hit lefties well. So might be a definite guy we could consider in the second round. And game 3 against Atlanta, trying to salvage 3 wins out of this series and not get swept by the Braves, Roki Sasaki and Joe Ryan. And we win 9-7. Wow, offense showed up finally on their side. Still gave up multiple home runs for the 3rd straight game. Wow, Joe Ryan, 12 hits in 3 innings. We actually got him early. Cruz 3 hits, Hassel 3 hits. We hit 3 home runs. Roki did not pitch well. Bullpen finally showed up in this homestand, and Lucchese gets the win as we walk this game off. Must have been a walk-off home run. And wow, only win 3 games. Very important home series. And now we're at 30-24, and the Marlins and Braves are only 2.5 games back. We got to get going. Now we head out on the road. Andrew Alvarez, I'm going to give him one more start, see how he does. If he doesn't do anything here, then we're going to make a move. Game 1 against Garrett Cole, and we lose 6-5. Kiner Falefa with a home run. Cruz 3 more hits. Alvarez 5 runs in less than 3 innings, and that's going to be it for him. How many home runs we gave up? 2 home runs to Bellinger. And yeah, that's it for Alvarez. I'm going to go make a move, and I will be right back. And I really didn't want to make this move. I wanted Sykora to spend all year in AAA, but Alvarez is just killing us in the number 5 spot. And I don't want to go out and pay $15 to $20 million for a free agent that's just sitting out there on the street. So we're going to bring up Travis Sykora. He's going to make his major league debut on this road trip at Atlanta. And Alvarez goes down to AAA and try and get his things straightened out. Game 2, Shane McClanahan, Luis Heel lose 2-1. Get good pitching, and the hitting falls apart. Game 3, Cade Horton, Freddie Peralta, and we get a win 3-1, so we don't get swept. Struggling all the way around in that area. Pasquantino with a home run. Horton with a great start. Fairbanks only gets his 11th save. Now we go to Atlanta, 31-26. Only have a 1.5 game lead over the Braves and Marlins. Season is starting to slip away. We're only in late May. Brad Lord, Grant Holmes, and we win 10-8. Don't get pitching, but the hitting shows up. Garcia, 2 hits. Cruz, 2 hits. McVeigh, 3 for Castro, 2 for Hassel. Home runs by Garcia, McVeigh, and Castro. Lord pitched a horrible game, but the bullpen bailed him out, and the offense did just enough to get us the win. We go to game 2, Sasaki and Joe Ryan. And we have a blockbuster trade first. Detroit gets Cole Reagans for Bryce Rainier, Jason Boggs, and Ty Southacene. So Detroit gets another lefty for the rotation. I guess he's going to replace Skubal, who left as a free agent. And we get shut out 7-0. And we are just Jekyll and Hyde. 5 hits, 4 walks, no runs. Sasaki just threw too many pitches with the walks and strikeouts and hits. And Louis Varland did not pitch well there at the end. Sasaki's time in the rotation might be coming at an end as well if he doesn't start pitching deeper into games. Now we have the Major League debut for Travis Sykora facing Spencer Schwellenbach. And we're going to go in here and pitch, see if we can do well with Sykora. I might just watch him pitch instead of me pitching and see how he does with the sim. But there's a Major League debut right here. And here we are in Atlanta, Georgia, for this Major League debut for Travis Sykora. You can see the records there. We're game and a half better than the Braves. Very tight race in the National League East. And there he is, the man of the day. Happening a little earlier than I expected, but, you know, when guys at the Major League level don't perform, sometimes you got to dip down to the minors, and this is what he's done down in AAA this season. Like the strikeouts per innings pitched, ERA, got to get that down a little bit. He does give up home runs, so make sure you keep the ball in the ballpark. We have a good chance to win. But he's got a very tough opponent in the Atlanta Braves here for his debut, so have to cross our fingers and hope for the best. And leading off for the Nationals, Tom McVay. See if he can get the offense sparked here in the first inning against Spencer Schwellenbach. 3-2 pitch is high for ball 4, so he does with his job. Draws a walk to start this game. That was an 8-pitch at-bat, by the way. And that'll bring in CJ, having another great season. 1 on, nobody out, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch, and a little tapper in front of the plate. Baldwin's got it, turns and throws, and he gets CJ by a step at first base. Little 2-foot ground out to the catcher. Now bring in James Wood, see his numbers on the year. A man in scoring position now, with 1 out. He's worked the count full. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Wood. And just misses down and away for ball 4, so Schwellenbach walks his second batter of the inning. And that'll bring in Vinny. See his numbers on the season. Average has been dipping a little bit, but he does have a hitting streak going on. He's worked the count full as well. In fact, this is the 9th pitch of this at-bat. You can see high 20s, and it's way outside for ball 4, so Schwellenbach's throwing a ton of pitches. Here in the top of the first, he's walked 3 guys. We have bases loaded and only 1 out. Dylan Cruz coming to the plate. Good average, decent OPS. Power numbers are down, and he's down in the count 0-2. He's going to get this ball to the outfield. Here's the pitch, and he swings and strike 3, dropped by the catcher. It's automatically out. So that'll be the second out of the inning. And that'll bring in Luis Garcia in his 93 clutch. See his numbers on the year. Bases loaded, 2 out. He's down on a count 1-2. You've got to get a run in this inning. Going to walk this many batters. Pitch number 37 is strike 3 at the knees. And Schwellenbach throws a ton of pitches, but gets out of the jam. And we blow a golden opportunity to score early in this game as we go to the bottom of the first. And the big, tall right-hander, Travis Sykora, 6'6", out of Texas. Drafted out of high school. See his pitch mix there, and he can hit triple digits with that 4-seam fastball. Got to work in everything else, though. Doesn't have a changeup. That splitter serves as his changeup. Leading things off will be Jonathan India playing DH today. His first big test. India's down in count 0-2. And here's the pitch. And takes strike 3 on the inside corner. And Sykora strikes out the first batter he faces in the major leagues. There we go. Doesn't take us very long at all. And that'll bring in Ronald Acuna. See his gaudy numbers. 332 average, 1,002 OPS, 2-time MVP. Got a full count. Here's the pitch from Travis. And here's a shot into short right field. It's going to drop in front of Cruz. So he's going to give up his first base hit there. As the Braves get their first base runner of the game. And that'll bring in Anthony Santander. Having a bounce back season for him. Good average, good power numbers. Sykora's got him down in count 0-2, though. Looking to punch him out. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball to deep center field, and that one is way out of here. Off the rocks and off the back wall. Santander launched that ball 451 feet. It's one of the longest balls I've seen not hitting Coors. And just like that, the Braves are up 2-0 as the rookie gets ambushed on the 0-2 pitch. left that in a spot he did not want to, and that was, belt high right over the middle of the plate. And power hitters in the major leagues hit that a long way, because that was a towering shot to center field. Got to keep the ball out of the middle of the plate. And that'll bring in Austin Riley, third baseman. Nobody on, nobody out, one out. Sorry, ground ball to short on the first pitch. Abrams has it. He throws the first, and that's the second out of the inning. That'll bring in Michael Harris. See his numbers. Batting average down, OPS down. Still plays a good center field. It's down in the count 0-2. See if Sykora can put him away. Here's the pitch. There's a shot in the right field down the line, and that one is fair and out of here. The Braves go deep twice off Sykora here in the first inning. Both times on 0-2 fastballs. He's got to locate that better. Use the splitter. Make him chase. And now we're down 3-0 early. It's not the debut he was looking for. Not the debut I was looking for. I'm sure not the debut you were looking for. See this replay. Turns on that fastball and just keeps it fair. Hooks around the foul pole. That'll bring in Matt Olson, another big power threat. See, he was a home run champ in 2023. Sykora's got him down to count 1-2. See if he can put him out this time. And swings and misses on the off-speed, down and in. Does get the strikeout he couldn't get against Santander and Harris, as they both take him deep. We're down 3-0 as we go to the top of the second inning. We'll pick this up in the bottom of the second. We had a double by Jacob Young, and he was stranded. The only thing happened in the top half, so Brett Wisely's going to lead it off for the Braves. He's down to count 1-2. Here's the pitch from Sykora, and strike three on the outside corner. He goes down looking. Big strikeout there to start the inning. His third of the game, third in the majors in his career. And they'll bring in Leonardo Rivas playing second base today. He's got a career high in steals with 11 already. And Sykora rocks and fires. Here's a ground ball past first base into right field. So they'll get a one-out base hit from Rivas. That'll take us to the number 9 hitter. Kind of surprising. Drake Baldwin, former Rookie of the Year, hitting exactly 200. He's down to count 1-2. And here's the pitch. And it gets by the catcher all the way to the backstop. And Rivas is going to go to second base on the wild pitch. It was really a wild pitch. Crossed up his catcher, maybe. Guys in the dugout are going, oh my God, not this. Now we have a 3-2 count on Baldwin. Man on second, one out, and that's ball 4 high. So Sykora losing a little bit of his composure here in this inning. That'll bring in Jonathan India. Struck him out for his first career strikeout to start the game. A 2 on and 1 out, a 3-2 count. Here's the pitch from Sykora, and swings and misses on the high up and in fastball. Gets another strikeout. So he's got 22 pitches in the inning. Now we got 2 on and 2 out for Acuna. Singled his first time, scored on the home run. He's down to count 1-2. Travis, the pitch, and he swings and misses on a high fastball and strikes him out. Strikeout number 5 for Sykora. Gets out of that inning. See what kind of power pitching we have in this guy. He's just got to keep the ball in the ballpark. He just blows Acuna away. We're going to pick this up in the bottom of the third. We went down 1-2-3 in the top half, and Santander is going to be the first batter. See if Sykora can get him out this time. He's got him down 1-2. All right, keep this in the park. Here's a pitch. Here's a high fly ball in the left field. James Wood racing back to the track, up against the wall, and he's got it. Wow. Almost got an opposite field extra base hit there. Luckily that stayed in, and that'll bring in Austin Riley, a third baseman. Nobody on, 1 out. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's going to be a tapper foul. Reset, 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, and chases a pitch way off the plate. Strikes out for the second out of the inning. Strikeout number 6 for Sykora, and that'll bring in Michael Harris, who hit that home run solo shot down the right field line his first time up. Got him down on the count 0-2 again. Here's the pitch, and he takes strike 3 on the outside corner. He learned his lesson. makes sure he challenges these guys with off-speed pitch instead of four-seam fastballs. And we're down 3-0 going to the fourth. Pick it up here, leading off Dylan Cruz here in the top of the fourth. He struck out his first time. Worked the count full. Pitch from Schwellenbach is inside for ball four, so we get a leadoff walk. Start the fourth inning, his fourth walk of the game. That'll bring in Luis Garcia, struck out with the bases loaded his first time up. See what he's done in the series. Down the count 0-1. Schwellenbach comes set. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball into right center field. Acuna on the run to the track, dives. Oh, and he caught it. My goodness, what a catch. Lays out like Jim Edmonds and makes an incredible catch. See this replay. Oh, we get a nice close-up too. Takes off, rounds it off, races back towards the gap to the warning track. Superman dive, and he caught it. That's got to be the greatest catch I've ever seen by the CPU in this game, and that'll bring in Willie Castro with 1 on and 1 out. Wow, what a catch. Amazing. Castro, 0-1 pitch to him, and strike, runner goes, throw down, and he's in with a stolen base. Cruz erases the double play chance now with his 16th steal, so a man on second, 1 out, 0-2 count, and here's the pitch, and Castro strikes out on a high fastball for the second out of the inning. That'll bring in Jacob Young. Doubled and was stranded in his first time up. Clutch spot here. Man on second. 2 outs. Down by 3 here in the top of the fourth. Pitch to him is a line drive up the middle. That's going to get down, and the run's going to come around and score. Cruz has plenty of speed as the throw goes to first for whatever reason. And Washington gets on the board now. Cuts it down to a 3-1 game, and Harry Ford's going to step in. See his numbers on the year. Good power numbers, bad batting average, just like Baldwin is catching mate there behind the plate. Down the count 0-2. Here's the pitch from Schwellenbach. There's a high fly ball in the left field, and that one is gone. Harry Ford just tied this game up with 1 swing of the bat. That's the third 0-2 home run in this game. They've hit 2 of them, and we just hit our first 0-2 count home runs. Harry flashing that power we know he has. And just like that, he went from being down 3-0 to tied. Now he turned on the inside fastball too. Not an easy pitch, a little bat flip there. He knew it was gone. 106 miles an hour off the bat. Maybe all those pitches Schwellenbach's thrown. He's up to 73 now here in the top of the fourth. And a broken bat blooper down the third base line, foul ball. Riley's going to have that to end the inning as McVay fouls out. But a big 3-run inning highlighted by the home run by Harry Ford. This game is tied. And the Braves went down 1-2-3 in the bottom half, so we're going to go to the top of the 5th inning. C.J. Abrams going to lead things off for us here in the 5th. 3-3 tie. Schwellenbach still in the game. Here's the pitch. Here's a high fly ball into center field. Harris on the run, to the track, to the wall, and it's gone! C.J. Abrams with a leadoff home run here in the 5th has given the Washington Nationals a 4-3 lead. Offense was stagnant, and all of a sudden, last half inning, we pick up 3 runs. Abrams with a leadoff shot, and now we have the lead for the rookie on the mound. Drives that just to the left of dead center field for 18. And there we go. Both teams using the long ball, and that's the only run we would score in the inning as CJ gives us a lead. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And coming out of the pen is going to be Jacob Webb. Sykora threw too many pitches, and he's not going to be in line to get the win as Webb's going to come in out of the bullpen. Brought him back recently as a free agent, struggling against right-handed batters, as you see. Leadoff man is going to be a catcher. Drake Baldwin walked his last time up. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Here's a high fly ball in the left center field. Wood on the run, and that ball is down and over the wall for a ground rule double. So the Braves will have the tying run at second base with nobody out. Jonathan India up 0 for 2. 2 Ks on the day. Webb has him in an 0-2 count, looking for another punch out. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball third base. Castro's got it. Throws to first. And that's the first out of the inning as the runner has to hold at second. That'll bring in Acuna. Still a dangerous hitter. He's 4 for 9 in the series. 1 for 2 today. And they count 1-0. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball into right field. Cruz racing back to the track. Up against the wall. Leaps. And it's over his head. Off the wall. Backing up is Young. Throw comes in. And overthrows the cutoff man. And Baldwin's going to score. And Acuna is going to be in with a stand-up triple. And now this game's tied. See this replay. Drives the pitch the other way. High fly ball. Cruz gets back to the wall and it's just over his head. Luckily, Young was there. That might have been an inside the park home run if he's not backing that up. So back to a tie game. Santander stepping in. He's already homered today. Go ahead, run at third. Only 1 out. 1-0 pitch. And gets by the catcher. Back to the backstop. And Acuna is going to score on a wild pitch. Very wild pitch. Second one we've had today. Now the Braves are up 5-4. See this replay. Overcooked. And Ford had no chance. Acuna, I wouldn't recommend headfirst sliding into home plate. But he's in safely. Now we got a full count to Santander. And he swings and misses on the outside pitch for the second out of the inning. It was 1 pitch too late. That'll bring in Austin Riley. He's 0 for on the day. First pitch to him. And it's going to be a ground ball to third. Castro's got it. Throws to first. And there's the third out. But the Braves do come back. Score a run on a triple by Acuna and a wild pitch. Now they're up 5-4 after 5. We're going to pick it up in the top of the 7th. Both teams went down 1-2-3 in the 6th. Danny Young on the mound for the Braves facing C.J. Abrams. Homered his last time, and he's going to get another hit here as he flips this one into left field for a leadoff single. Get the tying run on now. See if we're going to try and steal him in the scoring position. As James Wood steps in 0 for 2 with a walk. Need him to come through here. Big fly would be wonderful. 2-1 count. And here's the pitch from Danny Young. And it's a high fly ball into left center field. Both outfielders chasing it. And it drops in front of Harris. Throw comes back in. And for whatever reason, Abrams is on second base. I guess he's waiting to see if it was going to be caught or not. But he should have been on third. Now Pasquantino's going to step in with 2 on and nobody out. Down on the count 0-2 though. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball to second base. Flip to second for 1. Relay back to first. And there you go. 4-6-3 double play. Takes the wind out of our sails in this inning. See this replay. Rolls it over. Rivas. Wisely. To Olsen. Slow runner. Now it's going to take a 2-out base hit by Dylan Cruz to get this game tied. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Young. It's ripped to left field. Santander racing back and takes it over the shoulder for the third out. So promising inning ends with a double play and a line out. Danny Young pitches out of trouble and we're down 5-4. And coming in out of the pen will be Louis Varland. See his numbers on the year. He's going to pitch the bottom of the 7th inning for the Nationals. See if he can keep this at a 1-run deficit. And we're going to go to Jonathan India. Nobody on and 2 out. First pitch to him. And that's a high fly ball to left. And all of a sudden it is 6-4. India has been struggling to make contact all day. And he got all of that one. 377 into the back of the bullpen. Now the Braves extend this lead. Definitely didn't want that to happen. Need to keep these guys in the ballpark. It's the 3rd home run they've hit. Got our work cut out for us now. That would be the only run the Braves would score in the inning. This solo shot by Jonathan India. And coming in out of the pen, pitch for the Braves. Here in the 8th inning, it's going to be Dylan Lee, the lefty. Excellent numbers there. Well, lefties do seem to hit him better. Leading things off will be a lefty, Luis Garcia. Does not hit lefties as well and don't have anybody on base for his clutch to come in. Work the count full, though, and here's the pitch from Lee. And he swings and misses and strikes out on the off-speed pitch, and that's how we start the 8th inning. Now bring in Willie Castro, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. He's going to flip around and bat right-handed for the first time today. It's down to count, 1-2, though. Here's a pitch. That's going to be a line drive, base hit into right field, so we will get a man on base to bring the tying run up with 1 out here in the 8th. Willie avoids an 0 for 4. That'll bring in Jacob Young, 2 for 3, single, a double, an RBI, run scored. Trying to get his batting average up. It's been struggle all year. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And outside ball, throw down, and Castro's in safe. Trying to stay out of the double play. Ends up stealing a bag instead. So now we have a man in scoring position. 1 out and a full count on Young. Here's the pitch. And low for ball 4. So there we go. Got the tying runs on now with only 1 out. That's going to bring up Harry Ford. Did a big 2-run shot his last time. See if he can get a 3-run shot now and give us the lead again. In the first pitch to Ford. And it's going to be a ground ball to first. Olsen, the second for 1. Relay back to first. And there they go. 3-6-3 double play. And the Braves turn 2 each of the last 2 half innings to get out of jams. We're still down 6-4 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. And we're going to skip all the way to the top of the 9th inning. Braves added a run on a double, a wild pitch, and a sac fly in the bottom of the 8th. So now they're up 7-4. And David Bednar, their closer, is going to come in and do like the scoreboard says, try to slam the door, see his numbers on the season. Righty's given him a lot of trouble, though. And Tom McVeigh, 0 for 3 with the walk. Going to lead this 9th inning off. Got to get men on base. Give our power guys a chance to do their damage. Here's the 1-0 pitch and high fly ball in the infield. Olsen barely has to move. A couple of steps back, and he's got that for the first out. That'll bring in CJ. He's got a single and a home run. See if he can get on base. Got Wood and Pasquantino coming up. He's down to count 0-2. Here's the pitch. And swings and misses and strikes out on the off-speed pitch. And that's his second out here in the top of the 9th inning. That'll bring in James Wood, 1 for 3 on the day, 3 for 9 in the series. You need base runners. You find a way to get on base in front of Pasquantino. 1-2 pitch. There's a high fly ball to right field, and that one is not coming back. James Wood with a long solo shot to right center field. Cuts it down to a 2-run lead. Home run number 13 on the season. Very high, towering shot. We've seen several of those today. See this replay. Yeah, belt high, got all of it. That'll bring in Vinny. Now we need him to get on base. Bring the tying run to the plate. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. Get into a double play. 1-0 pitch from Bednar. There's a shot in the center field. Harris racing back. And right at the edge of the track, he's got that for the third out. And the Braves hang on and win this slugfest game 7-5. At least 5 home runs hit in this game. And the Braves right there, they're going to move within a half game of the Nationals with this win. As Travis Sykora doesn't get the win, doesn't get the loss. Ian Hamilton gets the win in relief. Webb, the loss. Bednar, save. And the Braves win this series 2-1. Travis Sykora makes his Major League debut, but offense just couldn't. Offense and bullpen couldn't keep him in there. As you see, 2 hits for Abrams and Wood, 2 hits for Young. Hit 3 home runs, threw 3 wild pitches. Score 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 walk, 7 Ks in 4 innings. And Varlin and Lucchese give up 2. Webb gives up 2. So those 4 runs sunk us in this game. To the other side, 3 hits for Acuna, 2 for Harris. They hit 3 home runs. They had 7 extra base hits. And Schwellenbach threw a ton of pitches as well. and their bullpen did a better job than we did. And the Jacob Webb experiment, bringing him back after a good season last year. He is not cutting it, and we are going to be releasing Jacob Webb. And that will free up a spot, and we're going to go out here and bring back Michael Kopech. Outside of his control, everything else is great, so we're going to try and bring him back and find somebody that can pitch in our bullpen and get outs. And after that series loss to Atlanta, going all the way back to this game right here against Tampa Bay, we are 7-16 in the games since that loss, beginning with that loss, and I don't know how to fix this team. The hitting is inconsistent, the pitching is inconsistent, we get a good start, can't get any good relief, get good hitting, and the pitching's terrible. I don't know how to figure it out, so we're just going to have to sim our way out of it, just the way we simmed our way into a good start to the season. We got to make some progress. We got to get through this month of June in this episode. So we're just going to get in here, sim some games, quick manage some games. I'm just going to show you the finals and see if we can work our way out of this slump. I'm definitely at a loss to what to do. Make some changes to the rotation, make changes to the bullpen. The next thing is we have to make a huge trade and fix something. Somebody in this. We brought in McClanahan and Horton in the offseason to fix the top of the rotation. We're just not getting any consistency out of the bottom three. And we have a ton of left-handed bats, so I may have to make a deal and ship somebody out and get a right-handed bat to balance out this lineup. We'll figure it out here soon. And the disastrous road trip ends with another losing 2 out of 3 against the Mets, Game 1. Clanahan pitches great, but we only get 5 hits and 1 run, lose 2-1. Game 2, get a really good start and good offense there. Vinny goes deep. Cade Horton 1 run over 6 innings, we get the win, but then in Game 3, we lose 7-0, and we get 1 hit, 2 walks. Brad Lord, another good Lord start out of him. Lucchese didn't have a really good appearance there either. And so, yeah, we win 1 game in each of these cities. And now we're back home to face the Red Sox and Padres. And I'll just keep updating you as we progress and see if we can find a way out of this bad slump. And we win the first 2 games. Once we get back home, win 3-2 in Game 1. Kopech gets the win in relief. And then Game 2, Travis Sykora gets his first Major League win. Let's check out this box score. Allows 6 hits, 3 walks. Pounded Ranger Suarez and Cutter Crawford. And James Wood is on fire. He's got 2 home runs in this game, 16 on the season. And Sykora, 6 shutout innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, 5 Ks. He's going to sim really well. Kopech does his job, done great since we brought him back. And 2-game winning streak, but we are a half game behind the Braves because of that terrible road trip. First time out of first place all season. And we would drop Game 3. McClanahan loses that one 3-1. Another tough luck loss for him. Connolly early, just great against us. Not enough offense. 3 runs over 5 innings. And then we turn around and sweep the Padres. So we win 5 out of 6 on the homestand to get us back 7 games over 500. Win 5-3 in the first game. Gave up a couple of home runs in that one, but we beat Tarek Skubal. Abrams, Wood, and Pasquantino all go deep. Horton got yanked early. I don't know if he got injured or not, but the bullpen did enough to keep us in this game. And then we win 7-1 in Game 2. Beat Clark Schmidt. James Wood, 2 more home runs. Cruz with a home run. Brad Lord bounces back, has a decent start. And then Game 3 for the sweep, we win 3-2. Beat up on Nick Pivetta. Pasquantino with his 16th home run. And Roki Sasaki finally manages to pitch past 5 innings. Good start there. Fairbanks, his 15th save. Now we are back with a 2.5 game lead in the division. We needed that homestand badly. And we need to carry the momentum on the road as we go to Cincinnati and Miami. And at the start of this 6-game road trip, we beat the Reds 2 out of 3. Game 1, we win 3-1. Double by Ford, triple by McVay, home runs by Young and Pasquantino. Sykora goes to 2-0, gives up 6 hits, 3 walks, 3 Ks, 1 run, and 6 1/3 as Fairbanks gets the save. Game 2, we win 10-6. Found out 13 hits, 5 walks. Pasquantino with a home run. Clanahan, a little bit of a rough start. Bullpen, though, for the most part, finishes it off. We get the dub. And then Game 3, we lose 2-0. Gets 6 hits, 3 walks, can't get anybody home. Cade Horton throws a complete game, 3 hits, 4 walks, 5 Ks, 2 runs, and takes the loss. Wow, offense didn't help us out there. And I went down to AA to see how Jeremy Dunbar is doing, and look at that. He's hitting .280 with 15 home runs, 42 ribs, 8 stolen bases, and he's gone up 7 power against lefties, 1 power against righties. Going up in all of his contact vision. Defense has gone up 1 in ability, 1 in, looks like all of his, 1 or 2 in all of his reaction. And his arm even went up in accuracy. So he is doing great down there. I'm going to leave him there till the All-Star break. And at the All-Star break, we'll shift him over to AAA. Tulibits having a little bit less of a season. Remember, he had 30 home runs last year. Lewis Haynes, we drafted him as well. Remember, we flipped him and Dunbar's positions. So Haynes playing left field, only hitting .246, but 13 home runs. He's jumped up 3 against lefties, 2 against righties on his power. Work in progress, to say the least. AAA side, Eli Willits hitting .272, 7 home runs, 9 stolen bases. Marginally going up in power, but going up in his contact, in his defense, and he is not far away. On the Nationals website, it has him listed as second base and shortstop, so I may add second base as a secondary for him. He's only played like 1 game in the minors, but they have him listed as second base, so we will give him that position flexibility. Ryan Clifford up to 10 home runs on the season, started slow there. Andrew Alvarez dominating down in AAA. Glad to see that. Need to get him on a hot streak before we think about bringing him back up. Jeff Ullman doing really well in AAA. .230 ERA, 3-1 record. So he is, I want to get all of his hits per 9, strikeouts per 9, home runs per 9. All that stuff needs to be up in the 60s. So he will definitely not come up this year. We're going to leave him in the minors the entire season, and he will probably start next year in AAA. And if we need to, then maybe in the middle of the season, we will bring him up. But I want to make sure we set him up for success. Don't want to bring him up too early. He's got some growing to do still, and he is 23, so he'll be 24 next year. And that's when I expect him to come up. And when he comes up, he's not going back down. And we followed up that series win against the Reds by dropping 2 out of 3 to Miami. Lose the first game 1-0. Only had 2 hits. Brad Lord pitched a great game. Doesn't get a win. Deserved way better. But on the other side, Jansen Junk 2-hit shutout through 8. So great pitcher's duel that we lost. Game 2, we win 8-5. Home runs by Jacob Young and Luis Garcia. As Abrams and Young drive in 7 of our 8 runs at the top of the order. Zaki 3 runs over 5 innings. Kopech gives up a couple, and the rest of the bullpen shuts it down. We get the win. And then game 3, we lose 8-6. Pound out 12 hits. Can't get the win. Abrams and Wood with home runs. Sykora 3 runs over 5 innings. Granillo comes in, gives up 3 runs in an inning. And Maton looks like we gave... must have been a 2-run homer to walk-off loss there. Then we go back home, play the Dodgers and the A's. First 3 games, Dodgers, we win game 1, 5-2. Give up a home run to Teoscar Hernandez. Shohei Ohtani got lit up for 5 runs in less than 5 innings. And then on our side, James Wood goes 2 for 4 with 3 ribs, a couple of doubles. McClanahan beats Ohtani again. Great start for him as Fairbanks gets his 18th. We lose 3-2 on the Saturday game. No home runs allowed. Yamamoto pitched well. Our side, Cade Horton had a good start, and the bullpen blew it late. And we bounce back, win the series 2 out of 3, take game 3 5-1. We allowed 1 run. That was a solo shot by Stephen Kwan. Glasnow, good start, but Edwin Diaz gets lit up in the 7th inning. Our side, 2 hits for Abrams, 2 for Wood, 2 for Cruz. Home runs by Abrams and Castro. Stole 3 bags. Lord, another great start. Casey does better this time, gets the hold. And now we sit at 43-35. We have a 1.5 game lead over the Braves, 2.5 over the Marlins. And I'm trying to figure out a way to improve this team, and we're not getting enough production out of McVay or Young. And went out here on the trade hub and on the trade block, looking to see if there's an outfielder, impact bat. Not going to trade for Schwarber. He doesn't play good enough defense. Byron Buxton in center field on an expiring contract. Aaron Judge is on the trade block, but he's hurt. Don't want that contract anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to look into Byron Buxton since he has his great numbers. He has 1 year left, or actually the last year of his contract, so we don't have to bring him back. It'll be a pure rental for the season. Not getting any offensive production out of Young in center field or McVay, whether he's playing left, first, or DH. So I'm going to put an offer together for Buxton and see if we can get a 1 year rental on him. I'm not ready to bring him back. It would just be a rental. So see what Minnesota is interested in and put an offer out there and see if we can snag Byron Buxton before we get to the All-Star break. Never know unless you try. And we finish off the homestand with a sweep over the A's. 3 very exciting games. Win the first game. So we get to Zach Eflin early, give up 9 hits and 5 runs. 4 hits for James Wood, drives in 3. Pasquantino and Cruz with 2 hits each. Wood with a triple and a home run. Sasaki only lasts 4 innings, but the bullpen does job. Beeks kind of blew the save, but Fairbanks gets the win. And then game 2, we win 8-4. Looks like gave up a 3-run shot to Geloff. Got all over Gage jump early. 2 hits for Abrams, 2 hits for Wood, 3 hits for Willie Castro. Home runs by Wood and Castro as Sykora goes to 3-0 on the season, 4 runs and 6 1/3. And then we get the sweep with an 11-2 victory. Max Muncy with a home run for the A's. Pounded Lopez, Ginn, and Strom. Our side, 2 hits for Abrams, McVay, Young, 3 hits for Garcia, Ford. Home runs by Pasquantino, Millis, and Ford. McClanahan, 1 run over 6 innings to get his 9th win. Bullpen hangs in there, and we get the sweep. So we finish that homestand going 5-1. So we're trending in a good direction. Go on the road for a very long road trip. 3 cities. Go to Milwaukee, win the game 1, 6-3. Home runs by Abrams, McVay, and Garcia as Pasquantino has 3 hits. Horton, 3 runs over 6 innings, get his 7th win. Lose game 2, 3-2. Dylan Cruz with a 2-run shot was our only offense. Lord pitched well, but Kopech blew it late. And then game 3, we win 5-3. Home runs by Wood and Castro. Bunch of guys with 2 hits in that game, 13 hits. Sasaki did not get through the 5th inning. And looks like we had a long bullpen game there. Went 12 innings. Fairbanks gets the save. Louis Varland the win. Go to San Francisco for 4. Win the first game there, 4-2. Abrams and McVay with home runs. Looks like they hit 2-run shots. Sykora goes to 4-0. Gives up 2 runs in 5 innings. Bullpen shuts it down. Fairbanks gets his 21st save. Lose game 2, 4-2. Pasquantino with a 2-run shot was our only offense. Clanahan pitches great. Bullpen doesn't. Beeks and Maton blew that one. Lose game 3, 3-1. Not much offense there, only 4 hits. Cade Horton pitched a great game, deserved much better. Maton took the loss again. We do manage a split, win game 4 on Thursday, 4-2. Tom McVay, 3 hits, 2 doubles, and a home run. He is heating up. 2 hits for Pasquantino, home run by Garcia. Brad Lord pitched well again. And this time the bullpen did their job. And this time Louis Varland got the save. Fairbanks blew it, and we had to come back and get it for him later. So go to Houston now for 3. Only played the first 2 games of this series. Lose the first one, 4-2. Abrams with another home run. We're going to have to talk about an extension for Abrams, and I'll get into that at the All-Star break because we need to keep him. I'm probably looking to get rid of Garcia, even though he leads our team with 93 clutch. So we have a spot to put Eli Willits and get a right-handed bat in the lineup. Actually, Willits is a switch hitter, but we need to upgrade our pitching, and we may have to use Garcia and Young to go get pitching. Roki does not pitch well again. He is trending towards the bullpen sooner rather than later. And then game 2, we win 7-4. 3 hits for Wood. McVay, 2 hits, 3 RBIs, hits his 10th home run. Wood's up to 24 home runs. Sykora pitched another good start, and then the bullpen gets the win as Fairbanks is up to 22 saves now. And that's where we're going to stop. Right now, we are 51-39, half game behind the Braves, who have just been on a bender lately. We have a 7-game lead over the Mets for the rest of the division. If you look at the wild card standings, we are number 2 with 2.5 game lead over the Padres and 4 over the Cubs, Pirates, and Diamondbacks. So We need to fix this team. We have some deficiencies. Take a look at our stats real quick. Vinny leads the team in hits. CJ second. Home runs. James Wood 24. Pasquantino 20. Abrams 19. RBIs 58 for Wood. 57 for Pasquantino. 54 for Abrams. Dylan Cruz 24 steals. McVay 18. Abrams 17. Batting average wise, James Wood hitting 283. Abrams 280. Look at slugging. James is over 600. 971 OPS. And our biggest issue is down here at the bottom. Dylan Cruz is only slugging 374. Doing great average-wise, doing great steals, but he's not getting any home runs, any extra base hits, any RBI, and then you get all the way to the bottom, and Jacob Young in center field is just doing nothing. So his OPS is under 600. We have got to fix that. I don't care how good a defense he has. Pitching side, Cade Horton leads in innings pitched, 286 ERA, 7-3. Shane McClanahan 9-5, 329. Lords at 422. Remember that was closing in on 6. Got that down. Sasaki at 405, 50 walks is killing him. And look at the starters. Sykora 386. He's 4-0. On the relievers side, everybody's doing a pretty good job for the most part. And Fairbanks is crushing it there. I want to show you down here in AAA, Eli's hitting 259, and at Double A, Jeremy Dunbar hitting 287 with 17 home runs. Lewis Haynes 17 home runs. These two guys are crushing it on the power side. And once we get into the All-Star break itself, I will move Dunbar up to AAA. So he's going to be ready to go, I think, for the majors next year. Probably invite him to spring training. But we got to figure something else out. Get back to Major Leagues. Got to figure something else out here. We are half game back, but trending. We're just treading water at the moment as the Braves are surging. And like I said, we were looking at guys on our target list. Byron Buxton for sure. He would definitely fill that center field spot. Give us a power right-handed bat in the middle of the order. Probably bat him between Wood and Pasquantino to break up all the lefties. Might look at Ronaldo Lopez as a veteran pitcher we can use and slide Sasaki into the bullpen. And Sirota is a very good prospect for the Dodgers, just wasting away in the minor leagues. So anyway, I want to also take a look at this. Gunnar Henderson is on the trade block. Logan Webb, Max Fried, Corey Seager, Bryce Harper. Look at all these names that are on the trade block. So I've got the trade slider all the way down. So we'll see some trades, but not wholesale changes to entire starting lineups and rotations. So anyway, we'll get into that in the next episode when we get to the trade deadline. Guys, I do want your feedback though. So tell me in the comment section, let me know. Do you want me to go after Byron Buxton? I have till the end of the month. I was going to put some offers out and I changed my mind as I started simming games. And I thought, you know what? I'll put it to you guys. You tell me, should I go after Byron Buxton? Probably have to give up some potential players, young players. They want prospects. And, if we can get him on a rental, I don't think I would bring him back at age 34, despite having those ratings. Never know. Just see what he does the rest of the year. But, Jacob Young is just not doing anything offensively. And we don't lose anything on defense with Buxton. So, you guys, like I said, let me know in the comments if you want me to explore that Buxton trade or not. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode. We will get into this draft prospect class. Before we start the draft, I will sim through this week, get to the draft, and I will go through my entire list. I have a good handle of like 5 or 7 guys that we could possibly take in the first round. And then after that, it just depends on who goes. There's some discovery pitchers, some discovery players, and we'll just kind of let the draft fall as it goes. But we're picking 16. So we're going to get a good player in the first round regardless. Is it going to be a hitter? Is it going to be a pitcher? I won't be upset if we draft nothing but pitchers, to be honest with you, but we'll see how that goes next episode. So if you guys like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit that notification bell so you know when the next episode, which will be the draft, goes live. And I will see you guys soon. Take care, and hopefully my voice will get better real quick. You guys take care. Bye-bye.